What's going on, guys? We're back with E85 part 2. I just got the computer, charged it all up. We're gonna go do some pulls and data log and everything like that, just so we can make sure that ethanol percentage and everything like that's okay. I want to go onto the race tune rather than the flex fuel tune, just so I can have it be a little bit faster. On our way there, or not on our way there, we're gonna do that on our way there to Best Buy. So I'm gonna go get a new camera. I have this old GoPro. It's a GoPro Hero Session. So it's like not all that good. So I'm gonna try to get the 9, see what they have there. Hopefully. Best Buy is about a 20-minute drive because it's like kind of far. It's in like the next town over. So gotta run to that Best Buy real quick. I'm gonna get the new camera. We're gonna data log on the way there. I'm gonna send that data log back over to Lund, make sure everything's okay. Hopefully everything is okay so I can go on to the next tunes because I want to load the E85R tune. I think that'll be pretty sick. So let's hop in the car. Okay, so we're in the car. I need to grab all this stuff. So hooking up all this is pretty easy. Okay, we have the data log set up. Once we get on the road, we can start it right here. I got to do a wide open pull. I'll have to look at the email, but we got this all set up, so that's pretty much all we need to do. We'll do it on the way to Best Buy while we're going to go pick up a new GoPro. Got to drive for a little bit because the car is cold, but hopefully by the time we get to Best Buy, or we might have to do this on the way back because the car is cold, so I don't want to do a wide open throttle pull just yet. Once our oil temp right here gets about to normal, I think that'll be a good time. Geez, this thing was on heat. I was wondering why it's so hot in here. But once this thing gets to normal, which it is almost there, I want it kind of directly in the center right there, and then I think I'll do the pull. Hopefully by the time we get on the main road right here and headed to Best Buy, we can do it because I don't want to mess with it afterwards because then it's like a whole hassle and all that. I'm also hoping that the new GoPro picks up my voice a lot better and all that, especially in here because I don't know how the car, like if it's picking up a lot more car noise than whatever, because I was looking at the GoPro Hero 9 and it says it like amplifies your voice, so hopefully that like works out a lot better in like my case as opposed to this thing that's on my head, because this thing's so old. I've had this thing since like, I don't know, I think 2017, so it's a Hero 4 and now we're on the Hero 9, so I'm like 5 years late on this thing. I think they release one every year. So what I gotta do one wide open pull either in second or third. Actually, they didn't say, so I guess they could do it whenever. But I want to do one wide open pull. I'll probably go to like 6,000 or 7,000, just so I don't completely, like if the tune is messed up or whatever, not correct. Because it is running rich. If we go to here, it's at 12, so it's still running rich. I thought it was gonna probably fix itself by now, but it's not that big of a deal. Oh, here we go, Camaro coming up behind us. He's trying to interrupt on my data log. You gotta love the LS3 Camaros. They always love messing with you. Never all that fast, especially when that one's probably a V6. Most of the cars that I have mess with me are always like V6 muscle cars. I always think that's great because it's funny to just like watch them try to keep up. One day I hope I can build up the confidence to have my windows down and have this thing on my head. I don't know, you guys can probably see it right there. If you can see what it looks like on my head. Well, I guess you can see it in the last video too. But one day I'm gonna have the confidence to roll down my windows and do it. That's my goal, is to like quit caring what people think. But as of now, the 5% windows will stay up. I think we're going to be doing the data log once we get back on my street. I think that's what we'll have to do. So you can just turn this off now, because I don't think we're going to have, yeah, there's like way too many cars to be, I don't want to like endanger anyone else by going like 80 when all these cars are so close. And no one's really on like my road, like my street road. It's usually pretty dead. So I think we'll just try to do it there. We won't do the data log like on these big streets. This is where we did our data logs last time, is in Mexico, is where we're at right now. So I think we'll try to do them on the other side of Mexico this time, because there's a lot of people coming from like the United States back in. So I don't know, we can try it back when we get on my road so we're not like messing around. Jeez, you hear that? I hope that this kind of content is like more interesting than just me working on like just the car, because I mean we're doing car stuff, we're doing the data logs, but we're also going to get like a camera, so I think it's nice to like throw that stuff together. Hopefully Best Buy, actually, what time does Best Buy close? 7. Okay, Best Buy closes at 7, so I think it's cool to like throw in like stuff throughout my day and also some car stuff, just so it's not as like just straight car. I think it'll be a lot better, a lot more entertaining for me to like talk and do all this stuff instead of just working on my car, because if I work on my car, it's just time lapses. Not even just time lapses, but it's like, it's not that much engagement. So I think this is more interesting, and at least this is what I would like to watch better. Not that I'm like posting these for a giant audience. I have like 7 subscribers, but that's more than the 2 that I had before. Okay, so we're gonna run inside. I'll record on my phone just so I'm sure they don't like recording in there. And all I have is like this massive thing. So I'm actually gonna get another windscreen too to block out wind, because this one I think is just like a pop filter pretty much, so it just blocks out some like pop, 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 pop noises instead of like wind. And I noticed in my last video that there's a lot of wind, so we'll throw that back there, and then I will record on my phone. I'll stop recording on this thing, and probably by the time, actually if the GoPro's charged, then I guess I could throw it on my head. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. If the GoPro's charged, I think I'll just throw it on my head, and then, I don't know, you guys will probably see the quality difference, hopefully. Okay, so we made our way out of Best Buy. I got the dead mouse thing. I took this off. You guys can see it up there. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of. You can see this thing right here up in the mirror right there. It's just literally a big like fuzzball to block out like wind. So I also got the GoPro. This thing is actually quite expensive. I didn't know it was like $400. Thought it was like $350. Thought maybe $400 at a max, but I did get a $50 gift card, so that was cool. Not that that helps me at all, but here it is. First time opening it actually. Comes with like all the basic stuff, I guess. Stuff will hook right up to the old one, so I don't know what I'll do with this one. I'll probably just use it as like another point of view, maybe like outside the car sometimes. I can put it like near the exhaust and stuff like that for when I'm driving. But this thing's sick. Jeez. The quality on this one's 10 times better than the one I have. I'll probably use the $50 to get some like accessories for it, because I know with that right there, I know you can get like a different lens maybe, but I think it's like a super ultra wide version, which that's not what I liked about this one. This one I didn't like the ultra wide on it. That's actually why I'm getting this one, because I thought it would look a tad bit better, because all my stuff is like super ultra wide zoomed out. What is this? Oh, it comes with extra batteries. I didn't know that. So these ones these have external batteries. This one has an internal battery, so I actually have to charge this one with it in. But that's pretty cool. I didn't know any of that. Oh, the sticky pad. I can use this for something. Maybe I can probably put this on maybe my car. I don't really want to put it on my car, but I could do that if I want. And just the other normal stuff. It's pretty cool. So I guess I can throw this one on my head if it's charged, and then I can show you guys the quality on this thing. Right here, parked up next to us, we got a $392 on bags. Lady driven. That's nuts. Car looks good too. Car looks really good. I like the color. I can roll this down a little bit so you guys can see it better. Thing's nice. Sick. I'm still trying to set up this thing. Battery actually came dead, and I don't know if my SD card works on it, but I'm charging it up right now. We're still in the parking lot of Best Buy, as you can see. Hopefully this thing that I put on my mic I can actually like hear. If not, that's gonna be unfortunate. Okay guys, this is the GoPro Hero 9. I don't know how much better it is. It looked a lot better just on like the screen and on my phone and everything. So that's all I can see for now. Turn this thing off. I guess time to head back home. We could set up the data log thing on the way. We'll set it up here in a little bit. But I really like the way it looks. I think it looks a lot cleaner. I can see it right there. I don't know if you guys can see yourselves in there, but it's got a front-facing camera, which I didn't look that much into. I thought just some of them did. I didn't know all of them did, and I got like the cheapest one. I thought they might have had another one. There goes the bagged scat pack. That thing's sick. I want my car on bags, but at the same time, bags is like almost the same price as Boost. Bags are like $3 grand, and Boost is like, I don't know, probably like 5 to 6, or for like what I'm gonna go with, because I'm gonna go with like a centrifugal type, because I'm cheap and I don't want to go with like a root style, especially because I don't feel like breaking cranks, even though it'll still do the same thing. But you can get a little bit more power out of like a centrifugal style rather than a roots. At least that's what I've heard. I don't know like all that much about a lot of this stuff. I know a good amount about cars, but then again, this is like my first performance car. I had a V6 Challenger before this. Before that, I had a Cadillac ATS, which was actually totaled, unfortunately. A guy didn't know how stoplights work, so. This is also my first manual car, so third gear is a little spicy with the synchros, which is kind of unfortunate because I'll have to buy another trans at some point or get this one rebuilt or something like that. My plan was to get a Ben Calumet, and I kind of just now saved up enough to like get one. Not like saved up enough, but I finally got enough money to finally buy a Ben Calimer trans. But as you guys can see, that's not working all that well because I have a GoPro strapped to my head right now. I can't tell when this thing's recording or not. Well, it's blinking, but the screen, the screen right here, it shuts off sometimes. I really do like the quality though. It feels nice. It's a little bit heavier, obviously, because my other one was like the size of this one's camera. So a little heavier. Maybe we can catch up to that Scat Pack and race them. But altogether, this thing's pretty nice. Hopefully you guys think the quality's like a tad bit better. I say you guys, like it's just not me, my mom, and you.
I know, but I love it because one day it is gonna be you guys. Me, my mom, and you.
On the way to her house one day, I usually get like 26 miles to the gallon. That's like what I can hold it steady at. It was at 15. So E85 is definitely killing the mile per gallon, but it's kind of worth it. It's like $1 cheaper. So I don't know if it even evens out, but the $20 in gas really isn't like gonna kill my bank account all that much. So I'm not super worried about it. I don't drive far. I drive like, what, maybe a mile to work, a mile or two. So it's really not that big of a deal. I don't drive that much. Only time I ever drive a lot is to her house. God damn! I just busted out my suspension. This thing is straight out of the box, so I literally hit record. I charged it for maybe 10 minutes, and it said it had an hour-long charge. It's about a 30-minute drive back to my house, so hopefully it's like decent. I'm hoping that it sounds better. This is like straight out the box, so I haven't got to mess with the settings. It might have honestly been better that we're doing it back on the way home, even though it is dark. Kind of sucks for like video-wise, but like the car and the trans and everything's back up to like normal temp instead of like being cold, because even if the car is at normal temperature, the trans still would have been cold, and the trans is like my weak point. It's good that everything's like warmed up. I need to actually do a transmission fluid change, probably do the diff as well, probably do a few things to it. I still have lower control arms to install. I just really don't want to do it, but since I like record, it gives me like incentive to do it, because I need to go get an alignment as well, because one of my tires is definitely, it's this front right one right here. It's one of these two. One of these two is like tilted more than the other one, or this one's tilted further in towards the car, whereas the other one's kind of like straight. So I'd say this one's knocked out of alignment, the right one, but it may not be. In my very first video, I think I mentioned that I was getting a carbon fiber hood. The hood actually ended up being cracked, so I got like a full refund on that and all that. It was like not a big hassle. I bought it through Lethal, so it was actually pretty easy to do all that. It just sucked that it was cracked. It would have been nice to have like a carbon fiber hood, because I don't know, I don't even like carbon fiber that much, but it would have like made the car look different. Most of these cars like all look the same. They do like a painted cowl hood or something like that, and I got like a, I think it's kind of like a Cervini Stalker style hood, but it was in carbon fiber. It's through True Carbon. They were super cool. They fixed it all up, or not fixed it all up, but like made everything right with me. They gave me a full refund. They said they'd send another hood, but I know how that stuff goes. There's like a million horror stories about carbon fiber being broken, and then months and months and months of wait time. So that ended up like not going through. And then I got my bumper, threw all that stuff on. I didn't record any of that because it actually ended up, my car sounds weird. It ended up being a way bigger pain than it should have been. It took us like what, like 6 hours to install that thing. It took forever. My car's making like a whining noise. My car is at 70,000 miles, so I am kind of expecting like certain things to start letting go. Like I do have a new clutch for it, because the clutch is starting to go. That's why you guys see me like slip it so much at the beginning. When I first got the car, I learned, like I said earlier, I learned to drive manual on this thing. So I was kind of like hard on the clutch and the trans and pretty much like the whole drivetrain. So all that stuff's kind of shot, which is definitely my fault. The guy before me, he drove it like perfectly fine, so nothing bad on him. The car wasn't drove hard, or at least that I know of. He was a cop, so I wouldn't think he would drive it like all that crazy. I'm gonna let this truck get a little bit further up. I'm gonna do a third gear pull from like 2,000 to about 6. Just hit okay on that, and then I'll do it. Okay, so it's recording. We'll do a little 2 to 6 real quick, just to get my wide open throttle. Not bad. It's a lot faster. Wasn't bad. Car definitely picks up really quick. Okay, so it pulled perfectly fine. The camera died right in between. I heard like all these beeping, so I thought my car broke for a second. But car pulled really good. It was really good. I just pulled back into my house. This thing died. I didn't get to charge it for long, but it lasted long enough to at least watch the pool, so that was good. We were finally back home. The pool was pretty good. I think that is it for today's video. We got the GoPro. Thing's pretty sick. Worked pretty well. I like it. I got to get some like screen protectors and maybe some other stupid things for it, but altogether, I like it. It looks good. But thank you guys for watching. Thanks for my cameraman too, right here, holding up the camera for me. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys, I don't know, probably in a few days or whatever. Whenever this comes out, I'll probably make another video tomorrow. I wanted to test some like ceramic coat stuff, like the spray ones, and test it on my car, see which one's the best. Maybe do like 3 sections, like the middle of my car, the front of my car, the back of my car, blah, blah, blah. I'll get like 3 different ones, test them all out. I thought it'd make for like an interesting video. So I guess we might run out and go grab that stuff right now from Walmart. So see you guys later.